Greetings, YouTube. So today I'm going to run through the new Mythic Legions pre-order that just dropped. It dropped on Saturday, May 1st at 9 p.m. They had a live stream with Jeremy Gerard, who runs Mythic Customs, and they went through and announced what they were coming out with, and they've talked about each of the figures. So I'm going to run through them real quick, and I'm going to talk about, number one, how great this is, but also give you some information about pricing, where you can get these guys at. A lot of people that have been trying to get into Mythic Legions have been struggling to do it because of the price on the secondary market. And I've always said, and people in the know realize this, the best way to get in is during a pre-order. So pre-order is going to be going on all this month, so we're going to talk about it. Alright, so real quick, I'm going to go through each figure and point out some of the details, some of the new things, some of the things that are special per se about them. This is a Legion Builder wave, so every single figure in this wave is quote-unquote a Legion Builder, kind of a deluxe one. None of these are named characters or main characters, but you can certainly get these guys and make them into named characters if you wish. So the first one we're going to talk about here is this Deluxe Gladiator, and this is basically a basic, bare-chested, bare-legged figure. It's going to have the gladiator helmet. It's got some new pauldrons for the arm, or for the shoulder. It's got a new shoulder strap. This one also comes with the new bare feet, and you have an option here of either bare feet or the armored feet. So this is going to be a great addition for people that want to customize, people that are going to try to make, Holy Grail type figures using new parts, or using, pieces, parts, kit bashing and things. So this is a great addition. The next one we're going to talk about is the Deluxe Dwarf. So the coolest thing about this Deluxe Dwarf, because most of him is just reused parts, but the coolest thing about him is his helmet. I mean, this head sculpt and helmet with the horns looks very Viking-ish almost, I guess. For those of you that really do love dwarves, I'm kind of lukewarm on dwarves. They're cool, but they're not my favorite type of Mythic Legion, but I love that head sculpt. Love it, love it, love it. The next one is the Deluxe Dark Templar. Now, this one's going to get a lot of run, especially from me. You guys have seen how much I love the Templars. So now we got one in all black with the white cross and that ill helmet design. Wow, this one's spectacular. And this one also has some new parts, like these pauldrons are new, and his waist skirts, which you can't really see in this picture, but his waist armor has a new kind of look to it. It's more like these pauldrons. So, and then of course you have that awesome helmet with the horns with the fins on them. Spectacular. So this is going to work great for me because I was planning on making this kind of helmet, maybe from scratch, for my Lord or Sir Draco Riverdale character that I've made up. So I don't have to do that. Just got to wait for this one. So that's great. And next we have the Deluxe Barbarian. So this is another one that's using a lot of new parts. This helmet and face sculpt or head sculpt is brand new. The chest or the torso part is new. It's came out with the Aether wave, but it's new for us that haven't got the Aether wave yet. So there's that. And then you got bare legs, bare arms, and you have bare hands. So this is going to be an awesome addition for those of us that like to customize. Again, it's been very hard to find bare torsos, bare arms, bare legs, especially when you're trying to make some of these Grail figures from 1.0. So this is a welcome addition. Next we have the Deluxe Goblin. So full disclosure here, I am not a huge Goblin fan. They're okay. I don't have any, and I haven't really minded not having any. But I do know that a lot of people do like the Goblins, so they'll be happy when they see this. The helmet design is new, and I believe the rest of him is pretty much reuse, but notice also that this is more of a dwarf body. It's not as skinny and spindly as the goblin body is. So this is a dwarf body basically with a goblin head. So if you're looking for more dwarves or whatever the case, you can also pick this one up and get that as well. Next on the list, we have the deluxe skeleton. So new parts here. This helmet is completely badass, and not only is that helmet look great, the visor is removable and it is articulated, so you can push it up and have it like over his head. His skeleton mouth is articulated, and then you got new shoulder pauldrons, and I want to say that might be the extent of the chest armor. Okay, so a lot of people love skeletons. This one's going to be a hit with a lot of people. Alright, so that is all of the regular sized Deluxe Legion builders. Now we're going to look at the Ogre sized Deluxe Legion builders. So basically, if you've been paying attention to Mythic Legions, you know about the Ogres. They're not as big and huge as the Trolls, but they are a bigger figure, around like 9 inches tall, I want to say. And Both Are the Tower was the one ogre sized figure that has come out so far that wasn't like green or blue, or like the Equidron is kind of like an orangish reddish kind of color. So this one's more human colored, and this is basically Both Are the Tower, at least his body anyway. I'm not sure about the armor and such. I'd have to look. I don't actually have a Both Are the Tower, but this is the Half-Giant, as they call him. He's got an awesome new head sculpt. That one we have not seen. We've seen that head sculpt without the mouth guard, but now we're getting it with the mouth guard. So it's a complete helmet. And he doesn't come with a whole lot accessory wise, but you know, he is one of these huge ogre type figures. Now the coolest thing about this is this next one is we have the Ogre Scale Accessory Pack. So here, the picture I have here shows the accessories, and then it shows it on a Both Are the Tower. So this is basically what you're getting here is the head, the antlers, and the horns. You're getting the shoulder pauldrons, the strap, the hammer, the war hammer, and then the shield with the huge horns coming out of it. So you can get this, and you can augment your ogres, or your Both Are the Tower, or if you get one of these Half-Giant ones, and you can outfit him with this stuff. So it's absolutely spectacular. That head sculpt is great. It's just they've really outdone themselves with the stuff that they are giving us. And when I show you the prices, that's when you're really going to get, you know, a shock. I mean, I kind of was shocked. So let's talk about some of the specifics of the wave, and then we'll get into the prices. All right, so some specific things about the wave. If you've been paying attention, or if you've been watching my videos, I've talked about how pre-orders work with Four Horsemen. This is not like a pre-order at Target, and it's not like a pre-order at some place like an online retailer like Big Bad Toy Store or something like that. This is a timed, so there's a certain amount of time pre-order that you pay for your stuff up front, which that sometimes is a downer for some people, but in the long run and in the grand scheme of things, this is still the best way to go. So it's open now. It will run until May 31st, so you got about 30 days or so to get your order in. And the pre-order is not going to sell out. That's the biggest thing here, is that you don't have to rush and do it today or in a few days or next week or even 2 weeks from now. You can, you know, get as much capital as you can, and as long as you order your stuff by the 31st of May, you're going to get it. So that's the beauty of these pre-orders. Number one, you don't have to rush. It's not going to sell out in a few minutes. You don't have to pay scalper prices because you missed out on the pre-order. You can just do it at your leisure. You got 30 days to get it done. So the wave, once the pre-order finishes at the end of the month, it'll go into production and things like that, and it will release in 6 to 12 months. Now, yes, that's a long time. But again, when I start showing you these prices, you will see that it is much more cost efficient to do this pre-order. I'm thinking that it'll probably ship late 2021. So maybe at the latest, early 2022. We'll see. Depends on delays and things like that. And then here is the website where you can make this pre-order, down here at the Four Horsemen site where they do their selling. Alright, so the big question, how much is all this stuff going to cost? So typically a named or main character figure, if you're getting it at a pre-order, is $35. And it's been like that for a while. A Legion builder is usually about $22. Larger figures, somewhere in the $40 to $50, depending on what it is. They've diversified quite a bit now. So we got these mounts that they've been coming out with. We have the ogres, we have the trolls, we have a centaur coming. So the bigger you get, the more, a little bit more expensive they get, but they're still nowhere near what you would pay on the secondary market, even at the online retailers like Big Bag Toy Store, and definitely not eBay prices. So your Deluxe Legion builders, the regular ones, the Gladiator, the Goblin, the Dwarf, the Barbarian, the Dark Templar, and the Skeleton, $26 a piece. That's an excellent price for what we're getting. Some of these guys have extra accessories like I showed you in the pictures, coming with different hands, different feet, different weapons. That's a great price. Great price. The Half-Giant, the Ogre, the big Bolthar the Tower looking guy, $40. The Ogre Scale Accessory Pack, $25. None of this stuff is cost prohibitive. None of it. The all-in options, because they do have an all-in option when you're doing your pre-order. It's $200, a flat $200 for all of those items. You get one of each. Plus, you'll obviously have to pay tax and shipping, which is going to bump it up a good, 30 or 40 bucks. But again, this is the cheapest that the figures will ever be. If you do the all-in option, it does save you about 20 bucks, $21 to be exact, rather than if you bought every single figure separately. Also, you have options here. You can order singles of any of the items in any quantity. For instance, let's say I really love skeletons. I can order 10 of them. I can order 20 of them if I wanted to. Whatever you order, they will make. Let's say I want, 2 of each of these guys. So I do 2 all-ins. I can do that. Let's say I want 3 of the big half-giant guys. I can do that. So there is no limit to how you can mix and match. There is no set quantity. There is no restriction on how many you get of each character, like there are some other pre-orders, like where you go to pre-order something from Hasbro Pulse and it says limit 2 per customer, or from Mezco or something like that. There is no limits. You can do whatever you want. Whatever you want to get, you can get it if you can pay for it. And at these prices, this is going to be a huge order for them. There's going to be a lot of people ordering a lot of figures. Alright, so final thoughts on the Mythic Legions Deluxe Legion Builder wave. It's really a no-brainer. This is a spectacular wave. Like, this is exactly what fans have wanted. This is what we were looking for. It's a no-brainer, and especially at these prices. I mean, even if you only go and get 2 or 3 figures, you gotta get in on this wave. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.